Please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
For our markets trading in a very narrow range, let's get the early rates that we're getting from the European region. Yesterday was a bit of a subdued session for some of the markets like the DAX. Actually opened pretty okay. So the FTSE and the CAC are higher by close to about 0.5%. Let's hope it can infuse some life into our lackluster markets right now. But here is a CNBC TV18 exclusive from the real estate space in what can be a setback of sorts for major real estate companies like Godrej Properties, Mahindra Lifespacing, Tata Housing, Tata Housing, Shapoorji Pallonji. CNBC TV18 learns that the much-awaited guidelines for public-private partnership under the Affordable Housing Mission may be delayed. Kevin joins in for more on that. Kevin, what are the objections and what do the builders have to say about it?
Well, let's understand affordable housing under the PPP model first. Developers have been struggling to develop land parcels on the outskirts of cities, and land parcels in the center of the city is too expensive. So the government owns some land. The government wanted to invite developers and say, let's develop this land together. Developers were looking forward because this land is cheap and it's prime property, so they'll be able to sell the houses at an affordable rate. Now, what the holdup is that state housing boards have asked the central government not to give out these land parcels to private developers. State housing boards want to develop it themselves. NBCC has also stepped in and said that they would like to be project managers for all these projects, where they'll come up with the design and the developer will then develop and sell it. Now, developers have a problem because they do not want to give a portion of their profits to NBCC, and of course, they would like to develop these land parcels themselves. So that's where the holdup is. Remember, the announcement regarding the public-private partnership under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, which is the affordable housing scheme, was announced on the 15th of June. It was expected that these guidelines would come out in July. However, the holdup is happening because State Housing Board and the NBCC have objected. We'll still await clarity, but for now, developers are seeking clarity from the new Union Minister for Urban Development, Narendra Singh Tomar. So they are expecting clarity, and we'll bring you more updates as they come.
All right. Thanks so much for that, Kevin. Well, let's hear out what Harsha Upadhyay, a CIO equity at Kotak Mutual Fund, had to say about the rural space.
I think the rural space has not really seen demand recovery yet, and our belief is it should start coming in now. We had disruptions in the form of demonetization earlier, then transition of vehicles from BS3 to BS4 emission norms, etc. So I think most of these short-term hiccups are behind us. And except for oil exploration companies, we are bullish on the entire space. We like oil marketing companies as well as gas utilities. Both these sectors are growing at a reasonable pace. There is no government interference anymore in terms of cash flows or subsidies or under recoveries, and we believe that market is continuously giving them market related valuation, and they will sustain those valuations. We have been focusing on domestic businesses, and at least for our comfort, these are the businesses which have been showing earnings growth. While I agree that there is a little bit of increase in valuations at many of these sectors, but at the end of the day, as long as the numbers are better than market, I think these valuations will hold. This year is going to be largely muted earnings growth or a degrowth year for IT as a whole. So in that context, I don't think one can look at historical valuation range and say that the current valuations are low.
Okay.